Hey, good morning viewers out there. I want to say welcome to yet another, I'll call it the second episode of the show called Complicated. Before I continue, of course, you know I would always have beautiful women all around me anytime, right? Let's just introduce ourselves once again, like we always do.
Yeah, I'm Asia Falana, or Asia Falana.
And I am Belumi.
Hey, Pelumi, it's nice having you here today.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Actually, Pelumi was supposed to be on this show last week, but for contingencies and a lot of other reasons, she was not with us. But we want to say welcome on the show, Pelumi. It's nice having you. I want to say to our viewers, thank you for joining us last week. Last week was awesome. Pelumi, it was awesome. I know you watched it, right?
Yeah.
You did. It was a fantastic.
It was fireful.
Yes.
Fireful. I like that word.
Yes. It was a nice one. We had fun in the studio, and of course, our viewers too engaged with us, and they called in. And so today is yet another time to call in on our WhatsApp group. Please don't forget. The numbers are going to be shown on your screen, and intermittently we will be, calling out some of those numbers for you to know, and so we can call in and we can talk and converse like we always do. So we're just going to recap on last week, right? Very shortly before we go on, a little break. So let me have you. How was last week?
Last week was awesome. I know, especially when we had the callers come in, that even made it more interesting. We talked about, living together but separate, because in these days, a lot of people do that. When you're supposed to be a couple, you're not acting as a couple, you're acting as individuals in a couple. So that's some of the things that we talked about. I know we had comments that were left in as well, and we went deeper into, also we talked about prenups. I don't know if you remember that.
Yes.
Prenups, that's one of the good ones, because people take different positions when it comes to prenup.
Yeah.
And it comes to protecting myself. When you get into the relationship, why is there a prenup involved? So we had some good topics. People can always go back on YouTube at official live.event and watch that over.
Yes.
All right. What was your take on it? Because I know you watched it live. I know. Talk to me.
I mean, for me, I don't see a reason. Talking about prenups now, I don't see a reason going into a marital relationship with the idea, going into it selfishly. I'm going, like when I'm submitting my life to somebody, I'm saying this is it, right? So having a prenup or having my partner sign a prenup now is going into it selfishly. I'm already planning to fail.
Right.
So it's a no from me.
Alright, and I know a lot of viewers out there had different opinions to this. Please still engage us on Instagram and on Facebook. Just drop your comment. And I want to sincerely apologize for not, reading out some of your comments last week. Subsequently, we'll start doing that, and we're really putting a lot of stuff together. So trust us, we're in this together, and we're going to keep running it.
Yeah.
We're going to go on a commercial break, right?
Yes.
What do you think?
All right, so we're going to go on a short break, and we're going to be right back, and we'll start the conversation. Thank you.
Don't go away, and stay tuned. Yeah.
Hello, my name is Sarah, and I'm one of the executive ushers that works with live events. What I think about live events is I think it's a really good company. It's just starting up and it's expanding a lot, and it would be a really good company to hire for your parties and any events you have, because we are very professional, we know what we're doing, and we always put your interests first.
Thank you for your patience. Thank you for patiently waiting. All right, so you might ask, why do we have the show Complicated? Well, there are some matters in our lives that we necessarily don't talk about or we shy away from. That's why we have this show, to talk about issues that you necessarily wouldn't discuss with your friends or you won't discuss with your significant others. And we want to discuss it here, table it on here, and not necessarily find solutions. If you're having issues in your relationships or your marital relationships, please go and see a therapist, all right? But we're just here to discuss juicy situations and, you know, see what we can learn from each other and see where we stand on matters like that. So today, we have a very interesting topic. It is so interesting. I am hyped. And you can see everyone is excited too.
Let's talk it.
Today, we are going to be talking about boundaries with exes. All right? But before we dive right in, we want to acknowledge everyone that is following us and watching us live right now on Instagram and on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us. And we hope to bring you nothing but absolute entertainment and good talk. Juicy topics like today's. So,
I love the way you say it.
Yeah,
Juicy topic.
Juicy topics. So, boundaries with exes. I'm sure we all have them. We all have that person that we were once in love with, but no longer in love with.
Hey, this is
We're
getting
no longer in
serious.
love with them.
Okay.
Because some things, whatever might have happened that destroyed the relationship, well, doesn't matter. But how do we maintain boundaries with exes? So let's start from you.
We're gonna start with the men.
How do you maintain boundaries with exes? Let me hear what you have to say.
No, I think we're going to start somewhere, right? And the boundaries, would it be in terms of communication? Would it be in terms of physical? Would it be, so that we can, please say so.
We can narrow it down.
We can narrow this
Communication.
down.
Let's start from communication. Let's start from communication. Would you be married to somebody or in a relationship with somebody and allow them to keep communication with their exes? I'm talking about phone calls, text messages, what have you.
And I would like you to rephrase that question. Talking about my relationship, like what I'm saying are you asking me if it's wrong if I should or my partner should? Let's not get it twisted.
But let's talk about you.
Let's talk about you. Would you allow your partner to keep communication with their exes?
Well, this is a hard nut to crack. But I think my take on this is, I don't think there is a problem communicating with your ex, especially if you guys know where to call the shots, like where to the boundaries, right?
That's right.
Communication is key, and we might not know how communication might come to help us at the long run, or any form, And this also depends on what disengaged the both of you. If you guys were disengaged on a like level, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying?
What is that?
Okay, if it was on very terrible issues,
Okay.
cheating, name them, some of those kind of probably physical abuse, emotional abuse, and all that.
Okay.
It's different, but if you guys left on a good note, like, hey, it's just not working, we're not enemies, we're friends, let's keep it that way, then
Or somebody had to move somewhere, maybe to another country, another state, another
Yes.
city, and it just doesn't work. Like,
Wow.
you can't keep that common communication, but that love still exists.
Yes.
That's what you mean. I just want to make sure I understand.
Yes.
Because our viewers need to understand as well.
Yes.
So,
Okay, I have a story
Okay.
that I'm going to tell.
I want to get
That
this
will
story. I love
that will
stories.
establish. The story is going to establish my stand.
Okay.
Now, I know somebody that knows somebody. They dated for a particular period.
okay.
and they broke up. I really don't know what broke them up, but this particular day, you know, they still had each other's numbers. So this particular day, he called she or she called he. I don't know who called who.
Somebody called somebody.
But somebody called
Somebody called somebody.
And then, while they were talking, this man told the lady that, oh, you know, I'm going through some issues. Actually, I just broke up with my girlfriend today. And she's like, oh, I'm so sorry, you know. Let me come over to your place to come, you know, console you. Let's talk. Let me keep you company. But you know, as they say, love does not die. If you genuinely love somebody,
Okay. The flame.
it would. Yeah. If there's any circumstance that will bring you guys together, anything can happen that will fan it to fire, or fan it to flame, whichever. But this particular lady traveled to the house of the man, okay, and then they eventually found each other in each other's arms, consoling each other in that way.
That's how it starts.
That is how it starts. So I'm saying, when I'm done with somebody, when we've established that this will no longer continue into how we want it to continue, which is like a marital relationship, I don't see a reason why I should keep contact with you. That's my stand. I don't see a reason why you should still be my friend. I will block you. I will delete your number. I'll block your family members. I'll block your sisters, your neighbors, and your co-workers if I have them on my Facebook or social media.
Would you also block his or her enemy?
I will block anybody that is associated with you. I don't want to see you.
Even the enemies.
I don't want to see them. Anybody that is closely associated with my ex, I don't want to see you. I don't want to know you. I don't want to see you anywhere near me. I mean, it's just because I believe that now that we're no longer together, I must be selfish. I must think about me first. What are the things that's going to help me heal? What are the things that's going to help me successfully move on from this situation, whatever situation we find ourselves? But I'm saying I'm not keeping contact with you.
Okay. All right. I think this topic is going to generate a lot of controversies today. I can assure you.
Definitely.
So, Asia, tell us your view about this.
Where do you stand?
Where do you stand?
Me, where I stand is, it depends.
Honestly,
hold on, let me tell you. I think it depends, honestly, because it depends where you guys, what type of relationship you guys had, and what type of relationship you guys are trying to make. Like, some relationships starts off as friends. Okay? Maybe you guys were friends and decided to take it to the next level, but it is not working out when you guys become an item. So, are you guys going to give up on that friendship as well that you guys started from? Or because things didn't work out, you know? So, I honestly think it depends on what type of relationship you guys had to begin with and where your mindset is after the relationship. Like Yemi said, it depends on did you guys end up because you guys are going different places, you guys are not in the same country or same state, same city, or did it end badly? So if it didn't end badly and you guys had that friendship already to begin with and you guys just know that it is not working out and you want to go back to that friendship, why not keep that friendship? So I think it just depends, honestly. And let's say I get into another relationship, or I broke up with you and my ex, right? So are you respecting my relationship now that I'm in with my partner, or are you not? So if you're respecting it, do you get what I'm saying? So it depends. I know some people are like, no, point blank period, no, point blank period. Yeah, that's okay. So it just depends. I know men usually do not want that. Men usually, of course, we say they're territorial. So men don't want their women to be talking to their exes. Let's be honest. And Yemi's here. I see him going like this already. So we want to hear from you, Yemi. Tell us. Talk to us.
Okay. Just like you said, and this is the man that comes out in men, right? We're territorial, and nothing can take that away. However, it has always been straight that especially men will never want their women to relate with exes. I would say selfishness, right?
Okay.
But even if I would want my woman or someone I'm in a relationship with to mingle, I do believe that you still have to give me that respect as a man, right? I'm not expecting you to start doing a video call with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is where I'm coming from.
Okay.
If I'm friends with you, am I allowed to do video calls with you?
Why not?
Okay. So if I'm friends with my ex, why am I not allowed to do video calls with you?
It's different.
How is it different?
It's complicated.
It's complicated.
Is it that we're friends? Oh, that's why I'm telling you, there's no middle ground here. Is it that we're friends or we're not? You are saying there are restrictions, but if it's truly a friendship, there shouldn't be restrictions. That's what I'm saying.
All right, and if you're just joining up, please, we have our WhatsApp numbers on the screen. Please feel free to call in and be part of this conversation. I want to tell you that we have one of the best experiences on Facebook. So Facebook is, I would say, it's one of the major links that we are, capitalizing on. Please join us on Facebook at Live Events, official.live events on Facebook, and on Instagram. It's still the same at official.live events. And if you miss this show, come on now, just go to YouTube and subscribe to our YouTube channel at official.live events. The event is without a S. The event is without the S. And like I said, we're expecting your call. And we're still talking complicated.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is really, really complicated.
Yes.
Because on this issue of boundaries of exes or communication with exes, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
And that's why we are talking about it.
And it breaks so many relationships.
It does.
It does.
That's why I'm saying, don't give room for such communications. If somebody is my friend, then I believe in purposeful partnership. Let's call it that.
All right.
If I have somebody in my life that is a friend or whatnot, if I have anybody in my life, they must be serving a particular purpose, right? If you're not my friend, if you're a friend of mine, like for example, if Asia is my friend, you're serving a particular purpose, at which why I can call you my friend.
Yes.
But if you're not there for anything, why don't you keep you close? What kind of purpose is my ex going to be serving in my life? They were serving a particular purpose before we decided not to move that route. So we deciding not to continue for the whatever relationship to progress into a marital one is saying that purpose is no longer serving. So therefore, there's nothing else that is left.
Okay, are you trying to tell me that even in the midst of this, you can't get help or get any kind of assistance from an ex? Because and these are true life stories. Now, I'm going to share this story with you.
Okay.
And this is more like a third, fourth party. It's not even a second or third, party. And something happened, those couples could not really get along, right? And somehow, they still remain best friends, but they kept these boundaries. And these are people of timber and caliber. These are people I respect and see as icons and models, right? And they kept this relationship as professional as they could, right? One of the folks of the lady was favored by this same ex of the sister.
What kind of favor though? What kind of favor though?
Favor. It was more. This young guy was looking. He finished his bachelor's degree and didn't get a job.
Okay.
And he was on the street for so long trying to get a living. And somehow he bumped into this guy who he used to know as probably his sister or cousin's friend. And this guy turned his life around.
Okay.
He didn't just give him a job. he profiled him, and the guy is now a very big shot in Nigeria immigration.
Oh wow.
Yes, a big shot there. Now he's one of the big boys, and this was a link just because they kept the relationship.
Yeah.
And this is my take on it. Like I said, if you guys disengaged on a good note, it wasn't like, hey, you caught somebody cheating, somebody defrauded you, because this things happen in a relationship. You might think you think someone lost and somebody is just there to take advantage. I've seen relationships like that. Yeah. A guy or a girl will dupe the other partner and disappear. And they've had good times together, right? They shared good times. But some of I mean, some these things happen. So if you disengage based on that, it's different. People might, but for me, even if it was a toxic relationship, I won't still say I never knew you.
Yeah.
If I need to give a helping hand, I will do that when I'm supposed to.
But that's different though. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, it's different. I'm not saying that I cannot keep you as an acquaintance. I can't say, I'm not going to pretend as if I don't know you if I see you in a store or something.
Okay.
But I'm saying that I'm not going to give you that satisfaction of closeness to me. Now, with your story, you're actually helping my points.
Okay.
Have you also heard about people that meet their exes in positions that they need and they are requesting benefits from them to secure them jobs? So that's what I'm saying. In order for us not to go there, let's not kukuma know each other. And this is me. Whatever, and that's why by God's grace, I'm a believer in the Lord Jesus Christ. The Lord will not put my help in the hands of my ex.
Amen. Amen.
My exes.
Amen.
That's what I'm saying.
Prayers come true. So
Asian, you see what I'm saying?
But
there are things like that.
Yeah.
Where you would meet people that you've known before, exes or whatnot, and they would request for benefits.
But you know what? That's what gets me to say it depends on the character of the person. Okay? So if the person already let's say, like you just gave that example, you meet your ex in a positions where you're probably trying to obtain employment.
Right.
And that ex is now demanding some type of benefits before they can help you out.
Yeah.
If that ex is doing that character to begin with is not there. So who are you getting a relationship with?
But people change though. What if when I was in a relationship with you, you were a good person, and all of a sudden you dated somebody that turned your life around, and now you're a bad person. So you can't base like if I knew you 15 years ago, I can't base your character now off of the relationship we had 15 years ago. You see what I'm saying? You've evolved, you've gained experience, you've experienced life in different areas, and now you're a result of all those experiences that has accumulated over time. Yeah. So I can't say because I dated a good man 2018, he's still a good man now.
That's true, but it all goes back to character. It all goes back to character.
That's what I'm saying, in order to avoid everything altogether, because I wouldn't know if you're a good person or a bad person. I don't have the patience to be studying you to know if this person is a good person. So I'm saying avoid them altogether.
Well, you know we're getting comments on Instagram as well.
Let's see what they're saying. I'm sure they're supporting me. Don't be friends with your ex, people.
I didn't see that.
Don't be friends with your ex.
People, if you're watching live on Instagram, Facebook, please leave comments. We're checking out for them, so we'll be answering them as we go.
Yeah.
And somebody, I'm not seeing it anymore, but somebody has said earlier, does relationship actually work nowadays?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
well, for me, you see, experiences have made people become who they are not. And this is it. Because a lot of people go through stuff in relationships and don't even believe. I remember in the last episode, I told people that still give love a second chance.
Yeah.
I've seen ladies and men that will tell you, love, I don't think it exists. I don't think it's something that I can even go into. And somebody now said, see, everybody is a scam. Just pick your own scam and move on.
That's not the kind of scam you will be
Is
slapped.
it? You just, everybody's a scam. Just pick your own scam and move on.
The type of scam that you can handle.
Yeah, kind of, you know, that you can handle.
So, like, things have really made people. Things have the toxic.
Yeah.
The toxic in relationship now has made people not even believe in it again. Like, well, let me just okay, it's there. Let it be that I have a relationship. It's not like I don't have a relationship. But why would you even be in a toxic relationship and think you're in a relationship? Why don't you just be on your own? That's a topic for another day anyway. That's a topic for another day.
It is. Instagram people are coming in with comments.
Okay, let's hear them.
Let's hear you.
Just like we have different positions right now. Instagram also, people on Instagram also have different positions. Somebody said keeping relationship with your ex with sexual contact is not a sin.
Huh?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Sister, can you? I would like you to comment on that because I know you would like to comment on things like that.
Wait. Let me understand what the person is saying.
The person said, keeping relationship with your ex with sexual contact is not a sin.
Hey.
What I'm getting from this is friends with benefits.
Yes.
Right. So please clarify.
Yeah,
for
please
this person,
clarify.
Are you saying that keeping friends or keeping your ex as friends with benefits, it's okay? Well, let's get clarity on that. Is there something else that we can connect to?
Oh, are you avoiding that?
No, because I don't want to misquote the person. I don't want to be misquoted too. So please give us clarity on that statement.
Yes.
Let us know where you really stand.
Yes, and we'll come back to you. And then somebody said having a relationship with my ex is a turn off for me.
Exactly. Thank you.
Of course.
That's what I'm saying.
No. Come again with that question so that I can be clear.
This is not even a question. This is a comment.
Okay, what's the comment?
I think the comment is going more in favor of Palumi because.
Of course.
No, I'm going somewhere. I'm going somewhere. Can you read out that comment again?
It says having relationship with my ex is a turn off for me.
It is.
Okay, relationship. That is a bit heavy. We're talking about communication. Hey, just a text. Are you okay? Are you fine? So relationship in what context? Because for me, that's still.
Why
good.
would I want to know if it's fine? What is my
Palumi just doesn't even want to. Palumi has said she's blocking even their enemies. She's blocking their landlord.
Please, what is my own? What is welfare? Why do I want to know if it's fine?
Beluga said that block the landlord, block all the tenants around it, block.
Exactly.
The enemy.
It's a turn off. I don't want to give rooms for the devil. I don't want to give rooms for anything if we have agreed. That is why if we have come to an agreement that we're no longer going to continue with this, then there's no point. Why am I trying to know if you're fine? Why am I trying to know if I'll pray for you, but remember to.
If you remember to.
I'll pray for
everybody, even your enemies.
Even your enemies.
I already have family members I'm praying for. But I'm saying that if you come to my mind, I'll say a prayer for you, but I don't want to. That's what I'm saying. If you give room for this thing to blossom, it can blossom into something that you won't be able to contain. And if we already established the fact that we're no longer moving on with this relationship, why would it work 5 years after? Because if I'm giving it room for you to be my friend, it's from texting that we'll move to voice call. From voice call, we'll start FaceTiming. From FaceTiming, we'll start
WhatsApp.
All the videos are together. Physical contact, face to face.
This is getting really interesting, guys. But we're going to be back. We're going on a commercial break, and we're going to come back and continue this very juicy conversation. Please don't forget to leave your comments on Instagram and on Facebook. We're going to be reading it. Thank you for your likes. We're encouraging you to share. Please share on your WhatsApp, your Facebook,
and
your Instagram.
Thank you
very much for doing so.
Tell a friend. Tell your
enemies too. Like
exactly. Your exes.
Tell your exes. Watch this.
Blocking the enemies.
Welcome back to We're Still Uncomplicated. Yes. If you missed, please go back to YouTube after the show is over, but continue. We're on Instagram at official.life events. So share with your friends, and let's continue this topic that we're talking on. Call in. We're also on WhatsApp. Call in on WhatsApp at 1317-406-6469. Call in because we want to hear from you.
Yes.
I don't just want to hear from you and me and Palumi. I want to hear from you. So let's hear what you guys have to say. So I think, Palumi, you were the one talking about.
I'm saying, don't give room to the devil, people. Don't give room to the devil.
And I'm not saying I don't understand with Pelumi, right? Neither am I saying I don't understand with you. But for me, maturity is everything.
Exactly.
I would say I quickly got matured when it has to do with relationship, and probably that's why I'm able to handle some kind of, but I would like to say this: if just respect the opinions of your spouse or your other person. If it's something they are not interested in you talking to an ex, please just forget about it and save your own relationship, right? So, but I will still go back to my fact that I can maturely keep a not a relationship now, but keep communication, just communication, and know the limits, right? A lot of people out there have been beneficiaries of old-time relationships. A lot of people are where they are now, both positively and negatively anyway. Some people, and to be very frank, some people bump into an ex and makes their life go down forever. And some bump into an ex and they are where they are. Right? So
that's true.
Some of these things. And for me, I'm just being positive.
Yeah.
I'm just being positive. There's an adage in my language that says that if I know someone and when he's in difficulty or needs help, I won't say I don't know the person. I would somehow just give a helping hand. I know Pelumi doesn't even, her prayer is that she doesn't even want the kind of help from an ex. She doesn't, but this is life. And I live in a real pictured life. These things happen. We've seen it happen. We've seen exes making people's life better. You understand? And it goes with a lot of things like that. So for me, my stand is I don't see anything wrong in it, and I am matured enough, and I speak for myself. I'm with you halfway. Like I said, it depends, and I honestly think as well that if that maturity that you just said, that word maturity is very important, because if you have that maturity to be able to know what decision to make, because you'll know if that person is going to mess up your relationship or will not mess up your relationship for you to even continue. Yeah. So I know Palumi's talking about, I'm praying, she's praying that the help doesn't come from X. What if God says that's where your help is going to come from?
Okay, this is what I'm saying.
But we're not even going to get into like
this is what I'm saying. If for example, I go to a particular street vendor in Nigeria, for example, and I hear from the person the first time, I had diarrhea. I went the second time, I had diarrhea. Am I going to go back to the same person?
Most likely, if you go there, the
next one is people have had experiences where keeping relationships with their exes, was not beneficial to their current relationships, and like you said, to their lives. So what if I have bajillion thousand evidences that this thing is toxic? Why would I want to do it? That's what I'm saying. I'm not going to engage myself with any kind of relationship with my ex if I know that, like you said, men are territorial. I'm a woman, obviously, so I know that my man is territorial. Why would I want to do something that will piss my man off by keeping communication with my ex? Why will I want to make him jealous for no reason when I can easily just not keep friends with you? So what would keeping friends with you do to me?
Pelumi, I just want to say this very quickly.
If helping you. I'm helping man. I'm helping your man. That's what I'm saying. I'm helping your gender.
But what if, and I'm not trying to digress, but what if you know, okay, because of your man, you don't want his territorial, you don't want him to do this, do that. What if he is communicating with an ex?
Yeah. I'm not going to take it. Why will I do something and then I'm not doing something and you're doing it? That has not been together. That has been separately together.
You go back to
separately together. And the commandment is be one. So if I'm not doing something, I think it's like you said, the character of the person that I'm with. That's why we all make sacrifices. Right. I think that's a sacrifice on my part that I'm deciding not to keep communications with the person. So why would you want to?
Yeah. So we're still here and we're expecting your call. Call us on 317-406-6469 on WhatsApp, please. 317-406-6469. Just call in and Pelumi and Mighty Asia, they are here to answer your questions. These powerful women are here today, and we are here because of you. So please just call in, and it's a very, very, very special experience with Facebook. We encourage you to go on Facebook. It's it's a lot different, and people on Instagram want to say thank you too. Keep commenting, and we'll talk about we discuss your comments here. And please, for sponsorship and adverts, please reach us on 317-992-8449. 317-992-8449. You can also reach us on the WhatsApp too for that, and we can discuss, and close up the deal about your sponsorship and adverts. Right, still talking about communication with the ex. Boundaries. I know you were a bit, Asia, I know you were a bit indifferent about this. So, at what point do you think the boundary you should draw that line?
When the ex does not respect your relationship. When the ex doesn't know, well, I'm a female, so I'm going to talk about ex as in when the ex that's a man doesn't, I'm just even going to say men and women, when the ex doesn't know that the boundary they're about to cross, they don't know their own boundaries with you.
Okay, let's expatiate. I want you to define those boundaries. Because it's getting hotter. We need to define those boundaries. I'm learning here too, because I'm on the other side, I'm on the flip side of what you guys are saying. So I want to learn, and at the end of today, I want to take something home. Yeah. That if Pelumi is kind of convincing me, not really confusing me. I'm a bit, I'll use the word a bit confused about, confused if it's an English word, right? About your opinion. So tell me about it. So
when I'm saying that when the ex doesn't know the boundary, and it's not even just the ex, you yourself if you don't know the boundary, right? Because when we're saying you could keep that communication, and it depends. That depends is going to the boundaries that I'm getting ready to talk about. So if the ex, first of all, I'm a relationship. You can't have expectations of me or from me that you had in the past. If we were in a relationship and we were doing things for each other to that because we were in a relationship, and now you're expecting it, even though I'm already in another relationship. That's what I'm saying. Like when the ex does not respect your relationship. So it could go, respect looks different for everybody. Respect looks different for everybody. Me is, don't call me a certain time of the hours because I already have another partner, right?
And don't call me those names you used to call me when we were in the relationship.
That's not when we broke up. That's not when we broke up.
Pelumi, I'm coming to you.
This is what I'm saying.
There are some names they used to call you when you were in that relationship that triggers, that sends a lot of signals.
Asia, this is what I keep saying. Love does not die.
Love does not die.
I'm telling you, if you give it room for it to foster, it's going to blossom into a gigantic tree. I'm telling you. Is there a guide? Is there a book that guides us on how to deal with our exes? I'm telling you, you don't know who this person is anymore. So boundaries can be crossed by whosoever if you let it. I'm saying you are the one in control. I like to be in control. If I'm in a situation where I feel like I'm not gonna be able to control, I'm not gonna be in there.
Yourself in there.
I'm not gonna put myself in it. So I'm saying that I do not know you anymore. The moment we cease to be boyfriend and girlfriend, or fiancé and fiancée, I don't care. You know, that moment, I don't know you anymore. So I'm giving you the room into my life as a stranger to come and because you already know me in certain areas, you already know me intimately, that power is in your hands to do and undo. And that's the power I don't want to give to a stranger. That's what I'm saying. It knows the key to your heart. It knows how to tickle your fancy.
This is
It knows certain words that he said to you at certain times that made you feel on top of the word. And he can use that against you. That's what I'm saying. That's why I wouldn't give strangers power to my heart. That's what I'm saying.
And we just want to quickly appreciate people joining us on Instagram for the first time. And on Facebook, we want to say thank you. We want to say thank you. Keep liking and sharing. Keep subscribing to our YouTube channel. And we're in this together, right? We're going to talk about this. These things are things that concerns you, that concerns me, and every one of us. We have once been in relationship. We're in relationship. And for those who are giving up on love, please do not give up on love. There's still a second chance.
Yes.
And ladies, I want to say this because I know our time is fast spent, and I want to quickly say this. If at some point your ex, and I know this is not good for Pelumi, Pelumi will like this kind of one so that she will use it in tackling Asia. If your ex is now telling you, is your man at home, can I call you now?
Trouble.
If he begins to tell you that, or
You see my face?
or he begins to like, when will you be alone so that I can talk to you?
First of all, that's already caution.
Okay.
Like warning, what's going on? First of all, why can't you talk to me when my partner is with me? That means it already in the back of my mind, that means you don't have the right intentions of calling me anyways. So that's what I'm saying. It depends. Once that happens, what do you mean? You can talk to me and my partner. If you can't, I mean, you know. So that's what Pelumi is saying.
So if he can talk to you in front of your partner, then there's something fishing, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Because when you have a partner, you share everything with that person.
Yeah.
You guys are going to communicate. One thing that we talked about the last episode was communication is key. So if we and that partner don't have that communication, we're already hiding things from each other. That means we're already creating that distrust in that relationship. So if my ex is wanting me to keep things from my relationship, meaning you don't want my relationship to be successful, why am I going to continue talking to you? Which is why I say it depends, because not everybody's like that. I see Pelumi is like, see, that's what I'm saying.
So how many people am I going to be interviewing?
To know
What's your intention?
To know what their intention is. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There's no point. There's no point. There's no reason to keep up communications with you.
Right.
There's no reason. If you're not serving it's different if we're in the same church and we're in the same department. That's what I'm saying. You're serving a purpose as my brother in Christ.
My brother in Christ.
That's what I'm saying.
Brothers in Christ can still creep in. They can still creep in.
Because not
a man is
brothers,
a man is a man.
A woman is a woman.
I do not agree because I'm not friends with my brother. I don't have to be friends with my sister. I don't have to be friends with my siblings.
Were you guys born from the same womb?
Yeah, but I don't have to be friends with you though.
No, what I'm saying, we're referring to brother in Christ. Are you guys coming from the same womb?
In the womb of Christ. We were crucified together. We resurrected together when Christ resurrected. So we're brothers and sisters.
But even husbands and wives, they call each other brother and sister.
Yes,
and they still be intimate.
That's what I'm saying. Is serving a purpose as my husband.
I love this.
It's different.
I love this.
It's different from when you're no longer serving a purpose as my partner and you still want friendship benefits. No.
I love this hit.
Yeah.
And
but you know what?
We're actually preparing to go for probably the last commercial break. But before we go, I would like to call out our IG viewers. We say thank you once again on Facebook. viewers, want to say thank you. And our social media handle for Instagram still remains at official.live events.
Yes.
At official.live events. And same with Facebook. And if you miss this hit, I mean this hit between these two ladies here, please join us on YouTube, on our YouTube channel. It's at official.live events. There is no S in events. There is no S in it. Just join us. Subscribe, share, just keep liking and keep sharing. Keep liking and keep sharing. I want to say we are still here any day, anytime. And this conversation is still going to continue after this time. Don't go away. Don't go away. We are still here waiting for you. We love you. If you're just joining us again, this is complicated. And it's getting even more complicated on this show. You know, it's nice having Pelumi and Asia, controversial people. These ladies, have known them separately, and trust me, they can feel, they can make the hits come. And we're still talking about boundaries, communication boundaries with X. What do you think about it? Just call us on our WhatsApp on 317-409-6469 and we can talk. We've not had any call today. Please don't let's go without having a call. We want to hear from you, right? Just call in at 317-406-6469, right? And we're still talking about boundaries, communication boundaries. And we're going to start wrapping that up because right now I have learned from Pelumi. Yes. Block them, delete them, anything you can. Don't even let them come near your habitation, right? Yeah. But you never can tell in one way or the other. You know, at times, let's leave that wiggle room. Let's leave the wiggle room. You know, and I know.
The devil is cunning. It's that wiggle room is looking for. It doesn't have to be too big. It's that tiny loophole is looking for to destroy relationships. No, please.
And you're not gonna let it. And we want to give shout out to Solid Tune Music Group. Only one, Mr. Real. So please comment so we can give you shout outs as well. We want to address your comments. If you agree with Pelumi, put it on here. If you agree with me, put it on here. If you agree with me, put it on here. We want to hear your point of view. Even if you don't agree with any one of us, we want to hear from you.
Yeah, and your views are very important.
Yes,
your views are very important. And some of these views are some of the things that also give us or generate another topic for us. Because we've been having feedbacks and we've been doing surveys too. A lot of people talk about issues that we can, discuss. And that's why we're here. That's why Pelumi and Asia are always here to discuss these things with me. We're going to break it, we're going to dissect it, and we're going to talk about it. And trust me, there is always a path to take home every Saturday. And this show is complicated, and it comes up every Saturday at 10 a.m. We were not able to start very early last week. This week again, we had a lot of technical issues, but bear with us. This is new, and we are on top of things. We can always get better, right? We can always get better. So there's an avenue, and if you have suggestions for us to, please feel free to comment, talk to us, and we are people who pay attention to some of these things you say. Like, we got better today now. A lot of people commented on how we can go about it, and we're getting better. We are here to also learn. And there's always been a disclaimer. We are not relationship therapists or relationship experts. We're just here to put this out so that we can talk about these things and we can learn, one or two things from it. Once again, we want to say thank you for joining us. So, Pelumi, let's wrap this up. Aisha, let's wrap this up on a final note. What would you, and let me start from Pelumi. What would you give out, what would you say to your audience concerning this? Just give them a word, a very strong word about this. And I'll let also Aisha talk about it, then, we'll round this up, and it's been a wonderful day.
Take my word as the word from the Lord. Delete their numbers. Delete their numbers. Delete their contact. Delete their friends. Block them if you have to. Do not keep communications with them. Like he said, one thing we all agreed on is the men are territorial. If you're a man, if you're a woman, you don't want to keep your woman jealous. I don't want to be seeing X numbers on your phone. Please, thank you very much. So please, do not keep communications with them. It's the trap of the devil. Thank you.
All right. You. Anyway, I respect your opinions, and we've always, even outside the walls of this show, we've always talked, and we've disagreed on some issues. So Aisha, let me hear from you.
I want to say, like I said, it depends on what the situation is. So take it from me. Like Balloon said, but no, it depends on the situation. If an ex doesn't know their boundaries and is crossing that boundary, keep them to the side. However, if the ex knows that you're in a relationship and is respecting you, I don't see where the issue is you still being friends with them. And when I'm saying friends are in different levels, right? So it can be just communication. Maybe the person needs your help and you're there to help them out. But don't keep anything away from your partner. Don't allow that, miscommunication or that distrust to come in. So that's what I would say. It depends. Your character and your maturity is very important.
Character and maturity. I think I have a lot to take away from these ladies today. It's been wonderful. Really, for me, I've learned so much. I didn't used to see a reason why you shouldn't communicate with them, but I've learned one or two things from her. If you have to communicate, then make sure that there's a limit. Make sure the boundaries are set, right? By the time a man begins to tell you, is your man at home? Let's talk later.
That's no.
I think that's a wrong signal.
That's too stressful for me. I'd rather just not do it. It's too stressful.
Just a click away. I'm going to say just a click away. Just delete.
That's another conversation to avoid.
Yeah.
That's another conversation to avoid. So better not have it at all. Thank you.
So I think we've taken a lot away from from today. Yeah. We didn't really have calls today, but we had a lot of people on Instagram. We want to say thank you. Yes. Thank you for liking, for sharing. I saw a lot of love. I saw a lot of likes. That's what we want, right? And we're here to give you the best show. This show is going places, it's going global. And like I said, if you want sponsorship, if you want to sponsor us and you want adverts, you saw a lot of adverts come through today. We want to say, just reach us on 317-992-8449. You can also reach us on our WhatsApp, and somebody will be there to pick up the call at 317-406-6469. Our handles, streaming on the screen too at Instagram is still official.live events.
Yeah.
Official.live events. And on Facebook too, it's still the same, official and live event. Or you can just search for live events, and our picture, we have a peculiar picture. We have a peculiar picture. You can't miss it. And on YouTube, like we said, if you missed this episode, and this is the least episode. You know what I'm saying? Because the next one, we are taking it to the next level. So if you missed last week's on about separately together and today's own, please go to our YouTube channel and subscribe. Our YouTube channel handle is at official.live events. The event is without a S. Don't put the S. Search for it and you'll see some of these videos. We want you to subscribe to that channel. Keep liking, keep sharing, and would always be here to give you the best show ever. This show cannot be compared to any show anywhere in the world, especially with these two strong women. Pelumi, I want to say thank you for coming on this show.
Thank you.
Pelumi is one of our very best hosts ever.
Yeah.
Pelumi, I love you. I love you in an HR appropriate manner. Yes, I love you in an HR appropriate manner.
You know what? Her partner is looking right now.
Yeah, her partner might just be looking. By the time I say I love you, Pelumi, so that I won't get shot on the head.
Next time she won't sit next to you. Yeah.
And then I want to say you are phenomenal. Last week together was awesome. And today again, you sparked fire, like it came out. I think it's in you. Let's keep doing this together.
Definitely.
And you know, once again, my name is Yemi Ogumilade, and I've been with you all through today. And trust me, next week 10 a.m. is another time. We promise we'll try our best to make sure we come live exactly at 10 a.m. prompt. You know, this is going to be the best show happening to you on the internet. It's going to bust the internet very soon, and trust me, yes, keep busting it. From, you know, the live events crew, want to say thank you. Special thanks to our producer Yomi Chat, Joke, and everyone who was part of this show. We want to say thank you to Kentai Plus Photography. We want to say thank you to Empress Adeola Ogumilade, who happens to be my daughter, my blessed daughter. I want to say thank you. And to everyone, we want to say thank you. And to Cool Concepts out there, thank you for all you do, sir. You've been of great support to this thing. And I want to say thank you to Kahil. I was expecting you to call in today, but you didn't call in. We expect that you will call in next week. So join us same time on this same channel, on this same platform next week, 10 a.m. Saturday. Don't miss it. We want to say we love you from the crew in the studio. We want to say we love you. Have a wonderful rest of the week. Bye.